Hey, man. Hello, and welcome to Two Grumpy Vets and a Dude. I am your host, Brian, and I am here with the other two hosts. We got Rich and the Dude, and we are talking about the aftermath this week for sure. We're going because last week we were talking, it was during the debate. We were just kind of made some comments about the debate and our thoughts and all that. Yeah, holy smokes, man. That turned into a dumpster fire and a half real quick. But I'm going to give some kudos out to where the kudos need to be given and ridicules out to those who really need to be ridiculed. So anyhow, we'll go ahead and we'll jump on in. But before we get all started up, Rich, how are you today?
Well, going
Going
crazy, to be
crazy.
honest. Yeah. Got some good news all the way around. I'm back under contract with the house down here, the one I looked at earlier and tried to go for. The sellers didn't want to do it, so but this time apparently they were a little more amenable in everything. So I'm back under contract there, and then I found out last night I got an offer on my house up north.
Hey, here we
Right.
go.
And so I countered, and they came back and raised their raised their offer a little higher, and I took it. So the paperwork is getting drawn up with that. So it sounds like within 2 weeks to, well, 3 weeks maybe,
Okay.
I might be doing a lot of daggum driving because I still got to run up, get my stuff I'm getting out of the house,
Right.
come back down here. And you see also, I don't know if we've talked about this on a podcast yet or not, but Operation Tears of the 22 is having their live event on the 25th, July 25th through the 28th in
Yeah, we
Moyers,
talked about that
Oklahoma.
last week, actually.
No, did we? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, my brain's been smoked this
Well,
week.
you were
So,
you were still trying to recover from going to Stubborn Rally.
oh, whoa, yeah, oh yeah, and yeah,
Which
that too.
all of a sudden feels like it was 3 weeks ago, and it was just two.
Right. And guess what? We got asked to come back again next year.
Oh, there you go.
And but Adam got smart and moved it back to October.
Oh, thank God. Yeah, maybe I'll
Right.
be able to attend next time then, because I wasn't about to go down there during July. I'm crazy
Or
enough that
June,
I
you
am going
mean?
to go down there during July. So,
Right. Yeah, no, it was, but yeah, next year it's October 9th through the 12th. And so yeah, yeah, Adam asked us to come back again, and we're like, I we didn't know, you know.
right.
So, but so yeah, that happened, and then uh yeah, like I said, I went into contract with the house, that one house I looked at down here with the hardwood floors. Oh man,
Uh-huh.
it's gorgeous. God, big ass
So,
backyard.
so it's the
What?
second house.
Yeah, the second
Okay,
house.
good.
Yeah,
Gotcha. Okay, gotcha.
and and then yeah, got an offer on mine, countered, and I accepted this offer. And my realtor up north is actually doing the paperwork right now to get everything rolling there. So uh yeah, once once we get that paperwork signed, then it's up to the title company to uh you know do their job, and after that then it's closing.
Right.
And then of course we have our our tears event. And so yeah, I'm not sure, it's going to be a juggling act for a minute, but it'll be a good one, you know.
You're definitely going
Yeah.
to be moving a lot. So,
And then by the time I get back down here, I ain't going nowhere the rest of the freaking year. Screw it. I'll be done, man. I'll be wore out. I don't know. I might, but at least for a month, man, I ain't going nowhere. So,
ain't setting foot out of anywhere. It's going to
right.
be, you're going to be, going to be Mr. Homebody.
Yeah, exactly. Because, well, let's see. My house is 1,000 miles from here. And if I have to run up get my stuff,
Is
that's a
it
thousand.
really?
Yeah, it's 993.
God dang.
Yeah. So if I have to run it before the event, that's 1,000 miles up, load my stuff up, 1,000 miles back, and then it's like 860, I think, out to Oklahoma. So I would have to come back, unload the stuff, drop the U-Haul off, get a few hours sleep, maybe do some laundry, and then haul ass out to Oklahoma, be out there for a week, and then come back here, go to an appointment, and then possibly maybe close on my other house like a week or two after that.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, go ahead.
As far as your stuff in the house is concerned, and trying to, yeah, it's going to be a juggling act to get that. Have you thought about getting a pod and just put everything in the pod and then have the pod obviously delivered down to Mississippi, but
Right.
have it delivered once you close on the other house, so you're not having to storage unit and drive the stuff down yourself. I know it may be, I don't know what the cost difference is, but have you thought about excuse me, getting a pod for your stuff and doing it that way versus the U-Haul?
Yes. And a pot is anywhere between $1,500 to $3,000. Uh, also, U-Haul's about 800. And see, I don't have this other house yet, and I probably wouldn't have this other house before I closed on my house. So, and I already have a storage unit, and I mean, I'm not getting. I mean, a 15-foot U-Haul will hold everything that I'm getting out of my house. Everything else is staying. I'm getting my personal stuff, the washer and dryer, my bed, my monitors, shit like that, and that's it. Rest of my tools, rest of shit staying. So the
What
dishes,
what else? What else staying?
uh, my convection oven, my Blackstone, my microwave, my refrigerator, dishes, full set of dishes, uh, and let's see what else. Probably a few other things I can't think off the top of my head, but yeah, a lot of the stuff is staying because all I have left after that is just my clothes in tubs, you know, my stuff
Oh,
that's in tubs and stuff. So yeah, because yeah, and well, my lawnmower's staying, uh, my my little trailer's staying. That's outside. I mean, it's all going with the house.
oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. So
Was that part of the offer and everything? Was all those items?
that was my decision before anybody ever looked at it.
But the new homeowners are, they already know that everything, all that stuff is going to stay there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Because in the it was put in the listing what was staying with the house, and so that stuff had already been stated before anything had ever been talked about.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that's what's happening on this end.
Good.
And I still need to find some time to shave. Haven't found. Oh, wait, hang. Yeah. Oh, no. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Shave. It's not like you're getting up for PT in the morning.
Well, no, this is true. You are right. I am not getting up for PT in the morning. That's not happening. But
Come on.
well, no, that's just not going to work. But see, I was
I
going
will
to
agree.
shoot, huh?
I resemble that remark.
No, was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. When I got up, shoot, I was on my phone from 8 o'clock because Breezy called me and wanted to video chat. Or maybe that was this morning. That was this morning. Yesterday morning, Matt called me, and then as soon as I hung up with him, there was more phone calls. My realtor Melinda was texting me at the same time all this was going on. Breezy was trying to call me, and I would everything just went like this, and then I had to go look at some houses in the afternoon. So I was able to get a shower, so I didn't stink. I just haven't had time to shave yet.
No love, huh?
No, no, and it's like, dang it, I wanted to shave and at least look nice. So that's what's happening with me so far
Well,
this week.
well, well. Look at Brian. The razor has missed his face quite a few times.
Oh
for
yeah,
for a while.
yeah.
Quite a
Razors.
while.
Razors dodged. I've dodged razors come flying at me. I'm like, "Whoa." So no.
So, dude, what you been up to, man?
Man, I tell you what, my week was a dumpster fire. So last Friday, got the air conditioner service, got some Freon put back in the system. Didn't know that the main drain for the condenser was clogged. So the main drain filled up, overflowed the condenser into the drip pan. The drip pan was not in the right spot that it was supposed to be in. So Sunday, I hear this tick noise. And how many times do you look up and look at the ceiling? Not very many.
No,
You
very
know,
rarely.
I'm hearing this tick noise. I'm like, what the hell is that sound? It didn't even dawn on me that it was a dripping of water. Well, I had a nice, great big, huge bubble up underneath my paint of water up on the ceiling because the drain pan, well, it wasn't doing its job. So I popped the water. I'm like, okay, let me get up there, figure out what's going on, get the drain pan at least moved into the correct position so the secondary overflow would drain, which it started doing that. I'm like, okay, well, you know, hopefully I is all good until, you know, next weekend when I can, you know, more follow up on it. Well, about 2 o'clock Monday morning, the whole freaking ceiling, a 4x8 roughly piece of ceiling, just crashes in on the floor. I'm like,
Oh no.
oh. So, with all the water that had been collected by the insulation and all that, the sheetrock just failed. And then I had roughly a 4 foot by 8 foot hole in my ceiling. I'm looking at all my air conditioning ducting and all that. And I'm like, so then I finally figured it had to redirect the main drain and do well, it's an ugly fix, but at least it's fixed. And then an ugly patch to patch up the hole with OSB plywood
Mm-hmm.
because that's the only thing I could get real quick. And then just so I wouldn't have it was 100 Monday, it was 101, 102 here, something like that.
Wow.
So just trying to got to be a nice 92 degrees by the time I was done.
Well,
So yeah, had to take off work and that was my day on Monday. So yeah, and it's just the week has just been outstanding ever since.
okay, let me ask you this. Did you put Freon in yourself or did you have someone else do it?
No, I had it serviced by a company.
Okay. Okay. Let me ask this. Why didn't they clean out the drain?
He couldn't find the plug, which is understandable. The system is 35 years old.
Well, okay,
And
I understand that,
but
but there's still a drain, man. And I mean,
yeah,
they
there is.
know this.
Yeah, they do. He did, but we couldn't freaking find where the hell the drain was at. Well, once the fucking catastrophe happened, I found it.
Well, yeah.
So, and I'm not going to go back on that company um for that because it's my fault. So I will take full blunt of responsibility. I'm not going to go after them for that and not getting the drain line unplugged because I don't even know where the plug is at. It's plugged up someplace where the drain line goes into the outside wall to where it drains outside,
Hmm.
but I don't know where it's at. So I just had to make a new drain line, and at least it's not draining into the attic anymore. And
Well, that is a good thing. Is your
yeah,
house cooler now?
um, a little bit, not like I would like it at the current cost of electricity, but yes, it is a little bit cooler. Um, and this being a 35-year-old house, the insulation is starting to collapse. Up in the ceiling, the blown insulation, it's not like it used to be when it was first blown in. And so there's some work I have to do on the house.
Right, right.
But it's a little bit cooler enough to where at least I can get to sleep at night cool. And it gets to be about 80, 81 in the house with the air conditioner running. Again, it's an 1,800 square foot house, so even though I have some of the doors and some of the vents closed for that's not getting air conditioning, it's
Right.
just it's just an older house, the windows and everything else. So it is what
Okay.
it is. It is what it is. I guess I'll get over it. I'll cry a little bit. I've already cried a little bit over it. Just a wee bit. No, actually, I didn't cry. I said a lot of choice words at 2:30 in the morning, stomped around a bit, through a couple of things. So if you want to call that crying, yeah, I did a good amount of crying at 2:30 Monday morning. Yeah. So
Well,
that's go ahead.
I was gonna say that's the wrong way to get woke up, if you ask me. So yeah, I would probably have a few choice words myself,
Yeah.
especially with no
Uh
coffee.
yeah, no, I was not unfortunately I was not able to come out into the living room, look at it and go, damn, I'm gonna go get a cup of coffee. I
I would
probably
have.
should have. I probably should have because the damage was already done.
Right.
And it's like, then at least sitting there looking at it, I would have had a cup of coffee, sitting there looking at the hole, going, crying and saying all my fucking choice words and cussing, screaming, and stomping, and all that. But you know what? I would have had a cup of coffee, but no, I didn't even think about getting a cup of coffee.
Oh, dude,
I
coffee
know.
is the first thing, man. Come on, you know it.
I
You know it as well as I do.
yes, I
Coffee is number one. Everything else can
oh,
wait.
you're yes, you are absolutely correct. Everything else could wait. I I just I looked at it and I was so pissed, for lack of a better word, that it's like, coffee didn't even enter my mind. I'm like, but now that I think back on it, it's like, yeah, I should have just like looked at it, went and made a cup of coffee, made my
Yep.
coffee, sit down, sipped my coffee, and then look back up again at the hole and go, how are we going to get this shit fixed?
See, I mean, that's exactly what I would do because it's like, I'm sorry, no, it's just I gotta have my car. My brain can't function. I mean, it was this morning when a breezy video chatted me. I had been up maybe 5 minutes. I was still making coffee, and it's like, oh, shit. I don't want to answer it, but I always answer when breezy calls. So I
Yeah.
started talking. So I started talking to her without my coffee, but it didn't take long for me to quickly remedy that situation.
Well, you said you were already making coffee, so it probably was just the brewing time,
Right, right.
right? Okay.
Yeah, yeah, but see that's the thing. It's Breezy is about the only one that can Breezy, MJ, or me is about the only one that can get away with me talking to him before I've ever had any coffee.
Well, see, I could probably deal with you before coffee because I have dealt with you before coffee
Well,
at,
true.
at some of the other events, but I'll just
Granted, that's
turn
the only time
around.
I've ever seen the dude with a tear in his eye when he walked away, but he did it.
But in the process of talking to you in the morning without you having coffee, yeah, by the time you get your coffee made, yeah, you need to get slapped.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
you are right. Yeah.
I I I know
Mhm.
it, dude. I know it. I mean, and that's the thing. Anybody that knows me, I tell them ahead of time. Do not talk to me without my coffee. When at least a half a cup, give me a half a cup, and my brain starts to uh whatever it starts to do in the morning. I don't even think that hard in the morning.
Yeah, because when we were out there, it's like, you wake up, good morning, yeah, kiss my ass. Ain't having
Right.
coffee yet. Leave me alone. Good morning. Bullshit. It ain't good until coffee is served.
That's right. That's right.
And you
Yeah.
and I'm the same way, but I have my kettle to heat the water, and I do my instant coffee. So
Right.
I'm already ahead of you. I'll have that half a cup of coffee done before you get yours poured.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know that. I know that.
But I remember a couple of mornings. It's like, you want some instant? Oh hell yeah! It's
Right.
already you already got the water boiling. Oh hell yeah! I'll just do
Shit,
instant
yeah. Hey, I don't care.
for
I
the
ain't
first cup.
scared. I ain't scared. You
Yeah.
know. Okay. I'll worry about that later. So
So at
Brian,
least at least that
uh,
catastrophe is done, and then just work has been. Oh my God, work has been just another nightmare dealing with what I have to deal with before I can even get on the road. Hell, I didn't even get on the road this morning until freaking almost noon.
oh wow,
Yeah. hmm
that's crazy.
Yeah, it was. And I was I'm too happy. But of course, waiting on other individuals that have, well, we ain't gonna go there. I didn't leave until almost I didn't leave until almost freaking noon. And my one-way trip was a little more than 2.5 hours just to get to the branch. And then when I got to the branch today, they didn't even have anything ready.
Oh wow,
Yes, that really sent me right over the edge.
I bet.
So
But
I looked at him and was like, well, I'm gonna go out front and I'm gonna have a cigarette. So
see,
y'all figure this out and I'll get back with you.
there you go. It's the best way to do it. So, so Brian, why are you looking so perplexed?
Oh, hell, another
because
big word.
I have just came across a
Oh, you're
picture.
frozen.
Okay, well, what I was doing is I was looking around on email, just seeing, trying to find something to, some of the different topics that we might be able to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And they were talking about Laura Flynn Boyle.
Talking
what?
about what?
And about Laura Flynn Boyle. She's from Twin Peaks.
Twin Peaks. What, the restaurant?
Sure, okay.
And the thing no, the television. David Lynch's Twin Peaks.
Okay.
Never watched it, but go ahead. Just
You
to
never
let you
seen
know,
Twin
Brian.
Peaks?
Yeah,
Okay.
just to let you know,
Oh,
Brian,
yes.
your video keeps freezing up.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it does.
Yes.
Hold on, let's fix this. Let's do this right here. And right here.
Yeah, I
There we
can't.
go. And let me drag this over here.
I can't say
And
as I have ever watched the show.
okay. Well, either way, what really struck me was that the headline is Laura Flynn Boyle, 54, makes rare comment about her ex, Jack Nicholson, who's 87, as she reveals that they still keep in touch. And what really threw me is that Laura Flynn Boyle is only 3 years older than I am. And then I looked down at a picture of her, and it may not be the most flattering picture of her, I guess, because it's her straight on,
Right.
but she looks like she's about 62. She looks 10 years older. And I'm just going, holy crap. There's no way she is 10 years older or 3 years older than me. I mean, I know I'm old, but god dang, I look better than that. And I'm trying to see if I could find at least a modern picture with different shot, because it is hers. She's just not that. Oh yeah, I see. I'm really choppy on video.
Yeah, you are.
Okay, so I know exactly what to do with this.
I'm seeing a picture of her.
Let's see here. Let's go.
She's really nice looking, actually.
Oh no,
So
she's
do you think,
when she was growing up, she was when she was younger, she was very beautiful, but I never knew she was only 3 years older than me.
Right.
And I was just going, no, she's not 3 years older than me. But apparently, yeah.
Yeah.
She's 53. I'm 51, or she's what, 50, yeah, or 2 years older. I got to do math sometime. She's 50, no, 54. Okay, 3 years.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, and she's
but I think I found one thing I want to talk about.
and how old
she's
is
about
Jack Nicholson, you said?
So,
he's
How
like
old did you say
80
Jack
some,
Nicholson? Yeah, okay.
80 some.
87.
So 87, so a what, a 34, 32-year difference between them?
Hey.
Yeah.
Well, Gerard Butler just found love again. That was the other thing that kind of caught me, is that Gerard Butler, 54, he's also just, at least he looks about our age,
Right.
but he's 54 also.
Huh.
And
And
who is that?
just to let y'all know, if you have enough money, women will find you attractive, because he apparently just landed a 25, a woman who is 25 years his younger, bikini model, and she can't seem to do anything that doesn't have under boob involved.
Well, see, though, the thing is, though, look at the roles Gerard Butler has played. I mean, put the money aside, and wasn't he one of the hot symbols, sex symbols for a year one time?
Well, he played Leonidas in 300.
Yeah.
He also was I can't think of the name of the movie, but he played a part that is actually very similar to what the lax male coaching is, because I talk a lot about masculinity and stuff. And he was they portrayed him as being kind of a chauvinistic style of a guy in the show. And I can't think of what the name of the movie is, and I'm not going to look it up because yeah, Daily Mail and all their 37,000 ads on here is what's choking me down.
Well, I don't doubt that.
So I actually probably did go off, and I think I've still got
but yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, he does have a buttload of money, but also he also has the looks,
oh yeah,
too.
he
So,
definitely has the looks.
I mean, I'm not saying that I'm just saying I can see
And
why
who is this? Who is this
25-year-old
again?
Gerard
Gerard,
Butler.
yeah, they go off and keep you from being able to view anything on Daily Mail if you turn your ad blocker on. It's like,
Oh,
please
yeah.
allow ads on our sites. It looks like you're using an ad blocker. We rely on advertising to help fund our site. And it's like,
Well, it's either that or pay like $9 a month just to read a newspaper, and it's like, yeah, I ain't doing that.
yeah, well,
I mean, yeah, the ads are very annoying. So Brian, what have you been doing this week?
this week I have been getting ready to go to Amarillo is what I've been doing. So
You going to the big town of Armadillo? And
yep. I'm gonna
what, pray tell,
hang
are
out
you
in the
going to do in
Yellowtown.
Armadillo?
I'll hang out with the grandkid and watch fireworks. Son wanted me to run off with about $100 worth of fireworks from Oklahoma, because he thinks that Oklahoma's got more powerful fireworks than what Texas does. So I was like, all right, well, that's your money, man. I'll do what I
Right.
want. So
Right.
he made
Even
the
though,
mistake of not telling me what type of fireworks he got. So he's getting a big old glitter. There's not a glitter, but a sparkling sword, which I found just absolutely hilarious. I was like, so it wasn't much. It's like $2.50 or something like that.
oh damn.
So
Yeah, no, you
So
see,
are you guys going to have a bottle rocket wars?
no. I mean, we got some Roman candles and
Oh, so you're going to have Roman candle fights.
well, I'll let them shoot Roman candles at each other. I'm not I'm getting old enough to where my skin's getting a little crepey, and so I don't want to go off and light up like a crepe, like crepe paper at at the Cary prom. So
come on, Brian, live a little too.
no, I just don't want to go. No.
That would be funny.
Just
Your
I'm
beard
sure you
go
would
up in
find that
flames.
funny. I
I
wouldn't.
would. I would.
and let's see, we heard this loud poof all the way from Amarillo or Armadillo or Amarillo. And it's like everybody was looking around going, what the fuck was that poof sound?
That was
What was that?
Brian. We'll know.
Brian just went up in a flame and puff of smoke. So, but now, I mean, all in all, nothing big's happening in my area. Just got just working on some advertising and trying to decide what direction I really want to go business wise. I mean,
Okay.
how do I want to get the word out? I've got one paying client, and
Sweet.
so there's that win. Now I just need to get 4 more paying clients so that I can then up my prices once more, and then once more, and then once more, and once more, once more. So about, see, I've got what? Let me brought up real quick. I'll tell you. So I've actually got, here's the offer.
Which ads are you looking at doing? Like Facebook, Twitter, X,
530,
LinkedIn?
I'm actually looking. Well, it's a combination of duct tape marketing or guerrilla marketing, and then also
Don't don't tell me you're going to do a TV commercial wearing a chimp suit.
No, 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 not that type of guerrilla
Oh,
marketing. I
well,
mean, guerrilla, like in guerrilla warfare, where you're just people aren't realizing they're going to get advertised to, or they find themselves in a place where there's an advertisement where they are not expecting it. You know, like my little QR codes that I stick up on at random places, and most of the truck stops have got at least one of me somewhere. So
you were leaving a legacy.
I am leaving, and it's funny because John, the guy I was talking about, he's like going, well, I can tell where you stop. It's like, why? It's like, because I'll be pulling up to a pump or something, and all of a sudden there's a orange relaxed male sticker stuck on it. And there's what's funny is there's one sticker that arrives and then disappears, and then it shows back up and it disappears because they just got finished working on it's at the truck stop there in Bowie, and they had just gotten everything, all the pumps and stuff opened up, and I walked by and I saw a little on one of their poles. I was like, all right, well, I'm just going to stick it onto the pole.
Right.
Well, the next day I got up, and it's the problem that I have is that from time to time it becomes a battle to see where I can put the sticker and it won't get taken down. Because a lot of times if I put a sticker up shortly thereafter, someone's taking it off. And it's like,
right.
All right, damn it. And that's happened a lot of times. If I put it directly on the pump, yeah, it's going to get taken off the pump just right away. So trying to find someplace else that's.
We'll put it on the front side of the pump, on the stainless steel part.
Yeah, no, I've done it there. Nope. On the pump. A lot of times if it's right off to the side, but also if you can find a truck stop that's a little bit older, but you really don't care as much. So like over in Harold, Texas, I've actually got a couple up on some of the different pumps because they really don't give a shit. They just, as long as people are filling up and it's not keeping them from being able to fill up and go in, go grab a Subway sandwich or some Chester's chicken or something like that, they're okay.
And as long as the pumps are working.
As long as the pump is working, if it's so. But others, I mean, I've gone to the quick, what is it? Is it Quick Stop or Quick Time? QT. Anyhow, whatever the QT. Quick Trip. Thank you. Yes, it's Quick something. Over on Gainesville. That's like
Quick Trips are the bomb, man.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's a nice little truck stop, a little truck stop there on I-35, and
that's rare. Normally they're huge.
Yeah, this one here's. I mean, the store itself is a good size, but there's only like just a little bit of parking. There's not much for. So, but I was like, I walked up. I went to go use a bathroom, and as I walking up, I realized like, hey, there's a set of windows beside the door. Nothing really on there. There's just, at one spot is off in that hidden area. You got to be paying attention. If you see it, it'll be great. So get up in the morning, go use a bathroom and all that, grab a sticker and walk up and peel it off, stick it on there, and go to the bathroom, come back out. And by the time I come back out, somebody had already taken the damn sticker off. I was like, fuck, God damn it. So it's a battle to find places, but I'm getting them up slowly. So I've got that, but I'm also thinking of there is a company, an advertising company in Western Oklahoma called Apex Advertising.
Mm-hmm.
And what they do is they have televisions set up in different restaurants and barbershops and things like that. And all they are is just a rolling advertisement.
Right.
15 seconds ads, 30-second ads, depends on what it is, but it's really inexpensive. You put up a 15-second ad for like $25.
Oh, wow.
And so
over what time frame? Is that a month or
a
week
15 bucks a month for a 15-second ad per screen. So you want to put it on one screen? All right, it's $25. Put it on two screens. Okay, then you're looking at $50. That type of thing. So, and they've got several around. And so I'm really I'm trying to decide, like, do I want to go ahead and put together a little video ad, little 15-second video ad that may entice people to try to entice people to go over to Relax Mail and check it out.
I mean, why not?
I mean, why not is the idea. And that's,
I mean, as long as you're not signing a contract for a year or
no,
6 months,
I've used them a couple times, and I'll do it for a couple months and
right,
and then stop. And I used it for above all home care whenever I was helping my friend Burl.
right, right.
So no, I mean, when you want to quit, you just quit, and they're like, "All right, cool," and they just don't re-upload your ad to the television the following month.
That's pretty cool.
So it's a neat little way of doing that. But I'm also thinking, well, let's try. Do we want to try Facebook ads again and break it up where it's a 25, spend $50 per month, but just split up into 25 and 25 and just do an A/B comparison of the whole way. Try a couple for a week. Which one's doing better? All right, let's take the loser. We'll stop it, put a different one up in its place with a small change, right, and just constantly swap back and forth on there and see what we get. And so I was trying to find a decent A/B testing site, or not even site, but a plugin for WordPress, and I'm just not finding anything. I mean,
that's weird because there's a lot of them out there.
Oh no, there are, but there's just a lot of them. If you want to do the actual A/B testing, it's like, all right, well, that's going to be $99 a month. Like, right? Fuck you.
Right, right. No,
I'm broke, man. I understand that y'all worked your ass off, but and again, Google. Google was such a wonderful tool that they had.
It was. But hold on. You see, some of these software companies that are like that A/B testing that you're looking at, they want $99 a month. Okay, yeah, they work their ass off, but how much money did they spend getting that program wrote, and all like this? And how many people do they have subscribed? So that's $100 a month per person. Yeah. 10 people is 1,000. 100 people is 10,000. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it just adds up. So how many times over have they been paid for that software?
Yeah. It's been way too, I mean, they've been paid plenty of times. Now,
well, see, this is a thing, because back in the early days of the internet and all the way up into the 2000s, you could pay one time, buy a software, and boom, you had the software and you had updates. And then they slowly started going to this subscription as a service, which is like everything now. I mean, shit, I'm shocked. They don't have public restrooms as a subscription as a service.
No, thank man. Someone just heard it when like, yeah,
right.
Why do we not think of it? All right, yeah, we can set that up. We can I've got an app we can make the app, and then you just hold your RFID tag on there, and it just reads it. Well, connects to the Apple Wallet, and boom, you're good.
Okay, what's up with like fucking McDonald's and Burger King and all these others that now have mobile apps? What the hell is that for? It's like you're
actually it is to track you. Yeah, is exactly what it's for. They want to know, where does he go, and they everything that when everybody was talking about the TikTok ban, they know too much about you. They actually know less about you than what Facebook knows. They know less about you than what
McDonald's.
Twitter. But I mean, like the McDonald's app, the Subway app, the Wendy's app, the
Burger King
app, Arby's app.
Sonic app. Yeah,
Taco Bell.
see, and
They all know, hey, he's traveled over here. Every time he goes home, he likes to order a big old large pizza when every Friday. So he gets home. So we know we can actually advertise him to him then, which makes no sense. Why are you spending money on somebody that you already know is going to buy crap from you every Friday?
they just want more money.
Well, I know, but again, to want more money, and maybe that's just me, the broke man talking. Maybe that's me not having the businessman line of thinking. Because if I was looking at it and going, well, we already know that Brian goes off and he buys two large pizzas every Friday at around 6 o'clock in the evening. Why we don't need to advertise to him anymore. We need to advertise to the guy who downloaded the app and only used it twice
in the last 6 months.
in
Then
the
yeah,
last 6 months. Then use it to advertise.
But no, you see, that's the thing. They want to keep everything in your mind, so you're always thinking about it.
Well, and I get that. Stay on top of your mind. That is the branding advertising. That's the
well, yeah, I understand that, but
smile.
still, I say no, because when I roll up to Burger King or McDonald's, first thing they ask, you use an app? Fuck no, hell no. I'm gonna order my food off the menu like a regular
human
person.
being.
Oh, and
Congratulations, you get to interact with a human there.
Oh my God, yeah, right. And the thing is, they are freaking try and say, oh, you'll get special discounts. Yeah, a small freaking fry.
Yeah, you get a small fry and yep.
Buy buy a hamburger and you get a small fry. Wow. Yeah. A small fry is what, $1, what, 79 now? I can't remember.
I don't know.
Too damn much.
Well, yeah, no, it is. It is. But yeah, no. So it's like, yeah, I don't freaking do them apps. I can't stand them apps. It's like you said, yeah, it's freaking another way for them to track you and gear ads, to what they want you to see.
Right.
It's like, no, I don't like that.
Now you gotta do it.
Hey, I learned something.
Uh-oh.
I learned something. A tablet that has been immersed in water, even if you let it dry out for 2 weeks, will not work. It will not.
Well, why were you putting your tablet in the bathtub?
Well, no, didn't put it in the bathtub. Up at Stubborn, when we were up there, I had my tablet, and I say I had my Bible, I had my tablet, I had a few other things. Well, they was on the floor behind the driver's seat, right?
Okay.
And I knew they were there. Totally spaced it all out. And then I went to the river.
Oh.
And got the floorboard of my Jeep. I'm talking like 1.5 inch, 2 inch of water. and I pulled it out, and it's like, yeah, I'm not even going to try and turn it on. So I let it dry out, put it back in my Jeep, forgot all about it, let it dry out, and I pulled it out the other day. I think it was yesterday, and tried to turn it on. Yeah, nope, that dog don't hunt. So I was like, damn, because I actually use a tablet more than I used to. So it's like, fuck, I need a tablet. Then I go on Best Buy, right? And I was looking on Best Buy, and I got this big son bitch. Oh, can't see it.
Nope.
Oh, hang on.
It blends in with the background.
Hang on, let me turn my background off. No, I don't want to. Why do I always have to figure this out? That should be it. Yeah,
because
there we
because you old.
go. Right. So yeah, I got this. This is this this is a Samsung Galaxy uh A7S or FE
Okay.
tab. And believe it or not, it's used. It was refurbished uh by the Geek Squad, and
Okay.
they had it for sale for like $400 off what it normally is.
There you go.
So yeah, but yeah, so I got a tablet again. And but yeah, this one I'm gonna
And
make.
is it
Go ahead, dude.
um does that one, can you put a SIM card in it for a phone number for your um or do you do Wi-Fi on it?
Actually, I do Wi-Fi on it, but you see, with Samsung products, if you have a Samsung phone, you can actually tie your Samsung phone to this tablet and basically operate it as a big ass phone.
Well, there you go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't have a Samsung phone, so I'm not going to buy a Samsung tablet.
Well, you don't need. Because this runs on Android anyway, so
Oh, yeah.
I just use the Wi-Fi or my mobile hotspot on my phone, and I can still get online and do things that I need to do. Because sometimes, if I'm out and about and I have to sign papers for house house deal shit, it I don't have to wait till I get home and trying to look at my screen and read the information. No. So yeah, my old ass got this big ass tablet. It's 12 and a half inch. It's
Well,
huge.
that'll definitely come in handy when you're using it for a navigational tool in a Jeep.
That's for damn
You
sure. Yeah.
you just got to you just got to find a big enough bracket holder to hold it.
Right. Right. That is
And they're
true.
out there though. Best
They
place to go look for them is over at a truck stop.
really, huh?
They ain't cheap. You can find them at a truck stop because a lot of truckers will actually use it for their e-logs.
Yeah. But yeah, no, this one here is GPS enabled.
Mhm.
So yeah, it doesn't need a phone. I can I can hit Google Maps, bring it up, and it's like, damn. But but yeah, no, I got this one because my other one, when I saw it died, it's like shit. I actually really need one now, so that's why I got this one.
Wah,
So are
wah.
you able to pull up any of your stuff out of the old tablet though?
No, I can't. Won't even turn on, dude.
Oh, okay.
I mean
That
that.
sucks.
Yeah, right. Well, it freaking won't even charge. I tried because before I even tried to turn it on, I
Right.
plugged it into the charger, you know, and yeah, no, screen said nothing. I tried turning it on, and I've tried it 2 or 3 different times. Yeah, it's done for. It's a paperweight, is all it is.
Officially been bricked.
Yep, yep. And so yeah, next time I'm gonna make sure it's not in the floorboard. I didn't lose much stuff on there because I didn't have much stuff, but I did lose a few things, but nothing major because I had backed up a lot of my stuff.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. Yeah, this I've gotten in the habit of that because it's in my phone, right? Uh my old phone, the the back was cracked, and actually the other day it was acting up, right? And so I was right in Pascagoula. And I'm like, well, let me go to the Verizon store because the phone service was just shitty. And so I went in there and I was asking him. He's like, dude, I can already tell you, Ingalls shipbuilding, they were testing the radar system on that ship that's fixing to leave port. And
Okay.
apparently, when they're running that radar system, it wipes out cell phones. It
For how
was
far of a distance?
uh 2-3 miles.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, because uh when I went to the Verizon store, I was just on the north side of 90. Uh, they were uh, they were fine. Phone worked great, and but when you got south of 90 and I like that, oh yeah, no, it was done. So I was like, okay, but with the back cracked and all like that, it's like, you know what? I'll go ahead and pay $100, get a new phone. And I got the same phone as I had before. So and I had backed everything up. So when I swapped, I had everything. I was happy.
Okay.
Had my messages, my numbers, didn't lose anything. So that's why I suggest back everything up. I know some people don't like the cloud, but you know what? The cloud can save your ass.
Oh no, my contacts are all Google contacts.
Mm-hmm.
So that's I put everything up there. My pictures go up. I do a Google subscription so I can put all
Mm-hmm.
my pictures up on the Google on the Google Photos, and
Yep.
then I mean it's all on the cloud. Now so many times my daughter and my son they're like going, I don't want to do that because then I have to start trying to figure out who all the phone numbers are. It's like post it up onto share it up onto the class. Oh, I don't want to do that. And it's like I don't see why not, because it's a lot easier. You don't have to worry about going new phone, who dis. So
Right, right. Well, and see that's the thing. At first, when the cloud services came out, I was like, oh hell no, no.
well, I loved it. I knew exactly what good that was.
Oh no, I see, I didn't trust it, and then finally, uh, I I tried Dropbox and then Google Drive and all like that, and I'd keep a couple files up there, and I found out I could access some other, and I was like, okay, all right, I could deal with this, and I've just gotten used to it now. So this way now, because like you said, new phone, who dis?
Right.
I'm sorry, but yeah, that's because yeah, if a strange number comes into me, it's like I'm not going to answer you, you
Nope.
know, unless you say, Richard or something, then yeah, okay, I'll be like, but yeah, other than that, it's yeah, I've gotten used to the cloud, so I don't mind doing the cloud thing.
Yeah, I've gotten, like I said, I've gotten around to where I really enjoy everything the cloud does, and that's just because I used to be one of those who was just all about the technology, and I would try everything out that was brand new. I mean, if it was closer to bleeding edge, I was going to try it.
Mm-hmm.
Willing to just ignore any type of pain that would be involved with it. And I was one of those where I had my a calendar setting put in once a year. I would go through, slick my hard drive, and reinstall Windows because that way I got the best, a fresh install on it and all that. And I even used to do it for the longest time with my phones. And
Right.
nowadays it's like going, no,
Right.
what you want me to, how hard biggest pain in the ass that is? Hell no, I ain't going to go off and reset my damn computer to factory defaults. Hey, you're out of your freaking mind, man. Or even my phone. It's like I already know. I can go back and I can re-download all the apps that I
Mm-hmm.
would need. And essentially, what I do nowadays is I'll go through and I'll turn off the the cellular connections. I'll go into cellular and all the apps. I'll just turn them all
Mm-hmm.
off. And as I use one, I'll turn it on and go, okay, well, I need this, need that cellular on this one, turn it on. And after about 6 months or so, I'll go back in there, and whichever ones are still off, all right, we're deleting. Apparently, I haven't touched this one in 6 months. I don't need it. So
Right, right. Yeah, no, and see, that's the thing, when, this was a new phone, this tablet was set to back to factory,
uh-huh.
and trying to set all that shit up, and then of course field phone calls and text messages and all this, and emails. It's like I wanted to break something. I really did.
Yeah,
Because it was like people, yeah, and okay, check this out. Normally, my phone don't ring.
right.
I don't get no emails. No one wants to talk to me. But it seems like when I'm trying to do something, oh
Oh yeah,
hell
man.
no.
Oh yeah,
The whole world wants to call me
yeah.
and
All of
talk
a
to me,
sudden,
and
yeah, you can
you
be
know,
as long as you're sitting around doing nothing. No one cares to talk to you. As soon as you
right.
get something that's really important, ding, 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 ding. Oh my God, the world's coming to an end. I mean,
Well,
and
that's like,
I finally got my daughter trained on it. That especially at from Saturdays 8 o'clock in the morning to about 11 o'clock, don't do anything. Don't try to get a hold of me because I've gotten around to where I just turn my phone off
yeah,
because I've got coaching clients and podcasting and things like that that I'm trying to do. And it's just easier. Just turn it off, set it off to the side, and not worry about it. And
right. Well, that's like this evening, just before we started, Breezy was texting me,
mhm,
asking me if, Uncle, are you busy? I'm like, I felt bad because normally, at this time of night, I can talk to her.
right.
I'm like, yes, honey, I'm busy. I'm podcasting tonight. Okay. I was going to show you something I was building. I'm like, oh, fuck. It's like you're killing me here, sweetheart. You're
She's got that
just,
manipulation down. She's like going, "Oh, let's turn
right.
that heart just a little bit right there."
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 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 She can do it. I tell you what, she can do it. So, yeah, I'll probably hear from her first thing in the morning. So, because I told her to call me, but yeah, no, it's funny when I want people to call or bug me or interrupt me. Nope, don't happen. So
That's
it's
the same way. I mean, especially if I'm in a crunch
mm-hmm,
where I'm like, I've got like 2 hours before podcast is supposed to go out, and I just realized I forgot to throw something up, and I'm like, oh shit, I better get this all. Ding, 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 ding. Text messages going off. It's like, what you got? I've got stuff I've got to do. Can't do it. Ding, ding, ding.
right,
It's like, son of a bitch. God damn, man. Quit it.
right, right.
Why's the world got to burn when I'm busy?
I know it's, dude. I feel you, man. I feel your pain, brother.
And it might be just a touch of, I've not ever been diagnosed with ADHD, and I'm not ever going to be one who goes off and says, my ADHD just causes all sorts of problems because one, no, a lot of times it's just you happen to not be whatever it was that you got distracted by, just means whatever you got distracted by was more important to you than the thing that drew you away than what you were drawn away from.
Right.
It wasn't ADHD. It's just you thought the good looking girl walking by was a lot more important than deciding on how to do your taxes.
Well, hell
Taxes
yeah,
are
every
important, but
time.
a good looking girl in a bikini, sorry, nothing's going to pull you away from that. If you're a guy, now if you're a girl and you're and stuff, then okay, a little different.
Well,
But
maybe, maybe not. You never know. I've
uh,
known girls to turn and at look at a girl in a bikini and go, "Damn."
well, and
I
I
mean,
have too.
I've known a few. I've known quite a few.
And they're few and far between, especially if you're married to them. They're gonna go, "What are you looking at?" Except for the time that whenever we were in San Diego and had just gotten her moved, and we had been married for see, I got married, went off to Westpac, came back, so it's been about we'd been married about 9 months, but hadn't actually lived together yet
Mhm.
since we married, and so I finally had time to where I was able to go down, pick her up, get a U-Haul, get everything loaded up, and drag her butt all the way back over to California.
Mhm.
And so we got over there, and went to what was it? Is it Vaughn's that's over in San Diego? I think it's Vaughn's. Anyhow, went to a grocery store.
That kind of sounds familiar.
So yeah, grocery stores. This is a place where there's a bunch of groceries. Amazing what that is. It's
No.
amazing stuff.
No,
Just a great idea to calling it a grocery store and actually have groceries there. It's like,
no, I mean
wow.
Vaughn's, the name.
Yeah. But
Oh my God, Brian.
anyhow, so we were in there. We're doing some shopping and getting groceries and stuff. And this girl walks in with. You can tell it has to have been a stripper just because of how her schoolgirl outfit was designed. And I was just a dumb guy. I walked past and went and about that time my wife was standing over on that side that I looked, and all of a sudden I looked over there, she looked at me and went, busted. I was like, yeah.
Now, I just said, damn, you're beautiful, honey. I mean, you
Well,
still would have been busted, but
I just figured it was just better just to go ahead and fess up to the fact that I was looking at the stripper in the school girl outfit, and just bite the bullet. So
well, yeah, it is normally better to just admit it up front than trying to hide it,
Bullshit. I call bullshit.
No. So,
But yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Hey, there's a title. Bullshit. I call bullshit.
There you go.
I like that.
well, yeah, except for the fact that there is an expletive in there, and some of the
Well, spell it wrong. Put a freaking
BS,
asterisk.
bacon sandwich. BS.
This is what irks the shit out of me. And yes, I'm going to use an expletive or two. Is the fact that we have to worry about how we spell our titles and shit. I give two shits.
Well, in all reality, you don't, unless. But at the same time, you do. You have to weigh out your options, right?
Okay, what options?
Well,
What
you
are our
can be
options?
displayed in Apple Podcast Directory, or you can choose to not be displayed.
You
Who's
mean
who's the number one directory that most people find their podcasts in?
Don't have no clue.
you mean to say that Apple will kick your episode out if it has cuss words in it?
Yeah. No, they can kick your they can drop your podcast if your title has expletives in it. Yes.
Really?
Now, they can also drop it if you happen to have your podcast marked as clean and you're cussing a lot. They'll drop you for that also.
Well, I see. That's why I mark everyone. No, this is not clean.
Well, yeah, and
I mean, most of them are, and I mean,
Yeah.
we don't cuss that bad, but still, I know one of us three is going to say at least one cuss word.
Yeah, we're gonna
every week.
We're gonna
At
probably
least one.
say big green donkey dick somewhere along the way. So there we go. We got it out of the way. So
Why's it got to be green? Why's it got to be green?
Purple's just a weird fucking color, man. So
and dude, that's coming from a Navy guy. I couldn't pass that one up, man.
Yeah,
that was perfect.
But no, but the ramification of us being a show that has cuss words in it, and with that we marked ourselves as having oh crap, I keep wanting to say dirty words. He said a dirty word. He said a dirty word. I can't think of what anyhow, the settings.
Expletives.
Because we have our settings set to dirty word mode. There we go. There's the show title, dirty word mode.
That one
that we
works
are
too.
actually not going, we're going to have very few, if any, India listeners, because Apple blocks, by request of India, Apple blocks any podcast that has even one episode marked as expletive.
Now you know them fuckers over in India cuss just like we do.
Oh yeah, I've got a ringtone of the one of the two. It's actually from a road rage incident where two Indian dudes get together and you bloody bastard, bloody bastard, bloody you bastard, bloody bad, you bloody bad, you know, and they're just going at each other. And I've got that as a as a ringtone just because it cracks me up every time because
Right.
it's fun.
But still, you see, I don't freaking, I don't know this. So Apple is liberal.
What side of the coast? What side of the world are they on? They're on the West Coast. So yeah.
Well, I mean, I was kind of hoping they would have some sort of brain.
No.
Okay.
They
Well,
are,
at least
they
I
are
know.
very beholden to making sure that they're quote unquote brand safe. So
Yeah. See.
Yeah, woke.
well, and that's what it is. I mean, and a lot of people are starting to realize exactly how horrible the whole concept of brand safe is.
Okay, that's fine. But are they going to do anything about it?
Well, yeah, that's a lot of companies actually will turn to these brand. I was trying to say brand safe evaluators. I think is
You know,
what
that's the fun. You know,
brand
that's the,
shield. Yeah, brand shield is one. Things like that. But what it is they actually will go out and sadly they take shortcuts. So what is considered quote unquote brand safe is varies tremendously. I mean, I know we're not brand safe. I mean, we're not. We're going to say everything that's going to make our ESG scores are probably in the negatives right now, and that's just fine. I like exhaling my carbon dioxide, and I like having a car that belches out carbon of any type because I am carbon. I'm
right.
primarily made of carbon, and every living thing on the earth is made of carbon. And I love carbon, and I celebrate the fact that we have carbon. And I'm glad the more carbon that we have in the air means that we're going to have more plants and more trees, and our earth is actually going to be greener thanks to all the carbon dioxide in the air.
Oh my
And I don't
God,
know
dude,
why.
you're going to get canceled.
Oh God, please cancel my ass. I will fart in your face. All right. I will give you all my methane, man.
You're not a cow. You're safe. You can fart. Cows
No,
can't.
yeah, they not have been around me after Taco Bell night.
Thank God. Thank freaking God. I like breathing, dude. I mean, it's bad enough I've got a
So,
CPAP machine at night.
so Brian, you are one of those that they have on the TikTok that here's a Taco Bell commercial and their butt is where the blowout is for the sewer system.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a visual I needed, but
You
all
don't want
right. Yeah. For everyone on the audio side of the podcast, thank God you didn't get to see that visual. Yeah, sometimes I forget when we're doing these that we have to explain some of the things for the
right.
audio side, you know. I totally space them.
Friends, I know what it's not evaluators, it's auditors.
But see, that's the thing, you know, back in when we was growing up in the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, I mean, we never had to worry about that. So why are we catering to the few percent or the few minuscule of a percent that are bitching about it?
Because
The squeakiest wheel gets the most grease.
Well, there is that, but the big problem, issue is one, it actually doesn't affect us. This is why we get to ridicule and mock and talk shit about it.
Well, no, I know,
Because
but the thing is,
we are not brand safe. But the problem that the issue is one reason why we have gone to podcasting 2.0 standards,
right?
because we're not going off of advertisement. And if you're go watch any YouTube video these days, they're not going to say porn, even if they're talking about something that is newsworthy in porn. They're not going to say porn. You'll hear them say corn or something very similar to it. They won't even say adult entertainment because that's too close to
Oh my
because they're
God.
afraid that advertisers won't pay them, will run away from them. So they are afraid they're going to lose their advertisers. That's why podcasting 2.0 and value for value allows you to actually be truly uncensored.
Right, right. But okay,
If
hang on. Back in the 60s and 70s at the height of advertising, uh how did we get away with all the innuendos and sexual connotations
that's
of
how they did it,
advertising?
was with the innuendos.
Right?
Back then, you couldn't even talk about you saw, who was it? I think it was in the Dick Van Dyke Show when Mary Tyler Moore was pregnant.
Yeah.
You actually never saw her pregnant. Or no, it was Lucille Ball. You never saw
Yeah,
Lucille
and
Ball
then
actually pregnant because you couldn't even mention, it was considered rude and it was considered very uncouth to talk about a woman being pregnant. Why? Because how did she get pregnant in the first place? That's also the reason why Ricky and Lucy never slept in the same beds.
Well, a lot of
yep,
people didn't in that time
No,
frame.
no, no. A lot of
From
people did, but
from
in the
what I
in the
understand.
television shows, they didn't, because
Well,
the
yeah.
censors of the television shows, the morality police on the television shows wouldn't allow it.
Okay, well
First
then,
people who
right.
actually slept in the same bed, oddly enough, was Herman and Lily Munster.
Okay, but
well,
okay,
the
but
Brady slept.
what's that, dude?
The
It's getting close.
Brady slept in the same bed.
Yeah, but the
Oh, yeah.
Munsters were actually before the Brady Bunch.
But see,
Well, yeah,
the
that's true.
thing is though, but once you hit the late 60s and then the 70s, that all kind of started going away.
Well, the
And
'70s, yeah, it started to drift away, and I mean, you had a lot of fairly risque jokes. I mean, even in the old days, you had very risque jokes. I mean, Groucho Marx famously got into a lot of trouble once because he was, I forget what his name of his show was. It's he had a kind of a game show type thing that he did for a while. And
No, it's not Smothers Brothers.
no, it's not Smothers Brothers, it's Groucho Marx,
Yeah.
because he brought one, was walked up to one of the ladies. It's almost like win, lose, or draw, or the one where you pick the three doors. I can't remember which one that one is. But anyhow, it's something along those lines where he would walk up and he would walk around the audience and he would do things with the audience. And
You
he had
bet your life.
something like that, probably.
Yeah.
And he started talking to this one lady, and she was talking about how she had something like 6, 7 kids, and she was pregnant still. And he's like, wow, you must be really tired. And she was like, yeah. It's like, well, I really love my husband. And he said, well, I really love my cigar, but I take it out from time to time. And he got in a lot of trouble for that. I mean, that was a serious type. I mean, everybody laughed because they were, it was a bunch of adults, and so they're like,
I mean, come
that's a
on
dirty
now.
joke.
You cannot laugh. I'm sorry, you can't. I mean,
Because
I love my cigar, but I take it out
from time to time, every once in a while, and
Oh
so,
my God.
and yeah, he got taken off the air for that. But and so I mean, canceling doesn't always is not a new thing in society. It's
Well,
just
no, but
great that it's happening, and but yes, podcasting is one of those great mediums because we have taken the gatekeeper of media and we gave them two great big old middle fingers and said, fuck you, dude. I'm doing it my way. You don't like it. That's fine. You don't have to listen to it.
Right. Right.
And it went well until the advertisers came in. Because we were able to do advertising beforehand. We did advertising. You could go up to somebody, look in, say you're in Walla Walla, Washington, and so you wanted to do Walla Walla, Washington washing machines, and you could go to the guy who made Walla Walla, Washington washing machines, and that's a lot of W's. Golly,
that is.
But anyhow, and say I've got a show that I love talking about washing machines, and I think my audience would be perfect for you. And you could talk to them one-on-one and set up a deal that way. And a lot of the early podcasters who did advertising did just that.
Right.
And all of a sudden, it wasn't even a recent thing. Earwolf was a programmatic advertising system where they could do pre-roll, they could do mid-roll, they could do post-roll.
Right.
And they ended up selling out and being bought by somebody. I think somebody bought them, and then Libsyn bought them. I think that's how that ran. But even then, you could tell that programmatic ads sucked because one, they don't have anything to do with you. There's nothing worse than listening to your favorite podcast host, and then all of a sudden, here comes a McDonald's commercial, and you're like going, God, man, a McDonald's commercial? Come on, man. We're
a Tampax commercial.
Or a Tampax, or, well, it's funny, my wife, she watches Hulu. And we don't have the ad-free Hulu. She watches the advertisement Hulu, which is a lot cheaper. It's like $7 or something like that for ads. So you can watch a show with ads.
For $7.
For $7.
You know, hey, no judgment here.
No judgment. But anyhow, some of the ads on there are just mind blowing. You got one that's for a guy who has what's called bit nail syndrome. All right. And that's when their pecker isn't straight up and down, it curves off real sharp off to the left or off to the right or down or up. And
Alrighty.
It's
Brownie's
called
disease.
I think it's called prions disease, not prions. Prions are folded protein in your brain, but
Peyronie's disease.
Yeah, I think it's something like that. Yeah, but so they've got they have a ad, but it's a bent carrot, and so all these carrots are around, and they're all cranked off into fucked up directions. And I'm looking at my wife going, what in the hell? And then after that, it'll come up and there'll be something about women's hoo-haws. And it's just like, oh my God, Jana, what are you looking at online? And she's like, I don't know. I'm not looking at anything, because she doesn't go online very much. She plays her little games, and that's all it does. And so it's just running through guessing. It's like, well, maybe we can get her with dicks. No. Okay. Well, let's try cooters. Maybe she's interested in cooters. Nothing. Let's, and so they keep trying some of the most fucked up stuff. And it's
crazy.
Yeah. And but it's the same way with everything else. I mean, with your programmatic ads, it's like, come on, man. I mean, yeah, I get tired of Joe Rogan. That's why I don't watch Joe Rogan. I get tired of the 10 minutes of ads that were on at the first of his show.
Yeah.
And then every 10 minutes, he would do 2 more freaking ads.
Right.
Through 3 hours worth of show.
Well, the thing is, though, that was in his contract with Spotify that he had to do that. And see,
I'm glad that it was him doing the ad reads instead of him going, and now a word from our sponsor, and going off listening to something about
well, see, that's the thing. Ad reads, I can stomach ad reads by the host better than I can just a straight up ad.
Oh yeah. I can too. Until that host goes off and records his ad read, and then he just takes that ad read and puts it in every single episode. Yeah. So you hear hey, do you have dirty underwear? Hey, do you have dirty underwear? Hey,
Use
do you
Tide
have a dirty
Pods.
underwear? It's like, God dang, man, come on.
Right. Right.
Put a little extra, put a little thought into it.
Yeah,
All right.
but
Yeah, you've checked off all the boxes. I can tell when you do that. I can almost hear the check mark going.
what we'll see. That's why. If I hear that in a podcast, I don't care what the content is. Guess what? I'm not going to listen.
Oh no, I'll fast forward, especially
No,
if I
no, I go click. I go find another
and
podcast.
that's one of the glories of ads or podcast platforms like Overcast, Podcast Guru, and Castamatic. You can actually at the beginning of the show, if you know they put 2 minutes worth of ads in there, you can actually automatically make it skip 2 minutes worth of the show at the very beginning. Boom, it's off. It's over on starting there, and right around that area, you'll catch it. I had I love the show, love the guy who does it, but for whatever reason, he likes to play the whole damn song of of a uh, of one particular artist. It's one particular song, and I think it's "Everything's Wonderful" or something like that. And because it's off Virtual Couch, it's Tony Overbay. Love it, love his content. It's just at the end there is 4.5 minutes worth of music. And it's not my favorite. I mean, the first few times you hear, it's like, okay, that's kind of cool. And then you're like, God damn, when's this thing going to fade out? Are you kidding me? And I'd look at it and be like, oh, still got 3 minutes worth of freaking, okay, no, we're scrubbing. And for probably, 4 or 5 months, or not months, weeks worth of listening to it, first time I was like going, oh, son of a bitch. Okay, he's doing this. And so I got around to where I was, all right, we're firing up the app. And at the end, fast forward where you cut off the last 4.5 minutes worth of podcast.
Yeah, see, that's where
Sometimes I catch the end of it. He won't play all of it, but he'll play like 3 minutes worth. And so he'll be in the middle of his closing dialogue. Nothing. So it's like,
well, no, we'll see. You see, that's the thing, though. If it's, I mean, I'll just find other podcasts. I won't work that hard because there are so many podcasts out there in all different genres of topics, except for roller skating, dude.
I mean, I really think
Someone really needs
someone
to
around
do.
here, if they that likes roller skating, is very fond of roller skating.
You
And
know,
I bet you if he was to ask to find the right person, he could probably even uh, uh, get Popcorn to be his title song. I
You
bet
know
you
what?
the record label.
You know what? I love popcorn.
I,
You know who? What's the name of the group that made popcorn?
we've looked it up, but it's been so long ago I can't remember.
Hot Butter.
Hot Butter.
Really, hot butter.
Yes, Hot Butter is the name of the group that made popcorn.
See, dude,
You
you
know,
can
and here's
you.
another thing with popcorn.
Mhm.
When I was in 5th grade, 4th grade, we had that song as our song for when you're in school, you do an act. What the hell is that called? Oh
What
shit.
a play.
No, not a play. It's where a whole, different people have different acts or different whatever.
Variety show. Talent
No,
contest.
not a variety show.
Talent
Fucking
show.
what the hell was the name of
I
that?
guess it's not a talent show.
Talent show. Yes, talent show. Talent show. Yes, talent show. That is correct. I know you said it. Thank you very much. Anyway, we were doing wax paper over combs, and to get that humming noise,
Uh-huh.
there was 5 of us with the wax paper combs singing to popcorn. I will. That is the one thing in my life that I will never forget is that talent show.
That's funny.
And
What's
yeah, it was, and I got that on my um oh, what the hell is that channel? Hold on just a second. To do my YouTube music. Oh yeah,
uh-huh.
I got three different variances of popcorn. Do you know that they have a synthesizer version of popcorn?
I'm sure. Yeah.
Did not know that.
It it is badass. You need to look up on YouTube popcorn, and there are several different variances, but there's one that is a synthesizer that is a good fucking rendition of popcorn. Yep.
See, that's the thing, check with the band Hot Butter and see if you could use it. You could use that as your intro and your outro for your podcast, man.
Yeah, that's you try now trying to find them, that's a different story. You gotta remember we used that song in fifth grade and I'm 55.
Yeah.
So
Just
yeah, that
just to
song is
let you
pretty damn old.
just to let you know, I was looking it up and I was looking around and the original popcorn song was actually written and released in 1969 by Gershon Kingsley for the album Music to Moog by
Music to Moog.
Moog, Moog, Moog.
Okay.
Now, we all know from '72 when it was in '72, a rearranged version of the instrumental was recorded by the Kingsley's first Moog Quartet, which was intended for the namesake album, First Moog Quartet, which was had been otherwise re-released in the 1970s. So apparently, I guess it didn't take off in '69, so they tried it again in '70, and then in '72. The instrumental had a current title, Popcorn. In the same year, Stan Free, fellow member of the first Moog Quartet, re-recorded another instrumental burst on the '72 version with his own band, Hot Butter. So, so people kept trying. It's like, oh, this is a good song. Let's try it. Oh, shit, didn't work. It's been 2 years. Let's try it again. Oh, God, damn it, didn't work. Let's try it again. Oh, okay, yeah. It's almost like like trying to jumpstart a car. It's like, nope, keep going, keep going. Pop the clutch. No, okay, keep going, pop again. And finally get it.
Well, I
Okay, so talking about songs that have been remade by various bands. You guys know the song Personal Jesus by Depeche Mode.
Oh, yes.
no, never heard
Okay.
it.
What?
Really?
Yeah,
What?
really, never heard it.
Personal Jesus by Depeche Mode. Look it up.
Okay.
You'll
Yeah.
like you'll like that song. You know how
Personal.
many people you know how many people sung it before Depeche Mode?
Nope.
9.
Oh, what?
Yep. And Johnny Cash was one of those 9
Huh.
Well, it was
that had the
covered by
song.
Johnny Cash in 2002. Marilyn Manson did it in 2004. Def Leppard did it in 2018. Iggy Pop and Phoebe Looney in 2023. But yeah,
Yeah, but it goes
it started out as Depeche Mode was the original was the original creator of it in '89.
no, it wasn't. Is that what it says? That Depeche Mode was the original creator of that?
Let's see here.
Because the
Background
Depeche Mode,
composition.
Depeche Mode took it from somebody else.
Okay, see the background of the composition in mid 1989, the band began recording in Milan with the record producer Flood. The result of this session was the single Personal Jesus, which featured a catchy bluesy riff and a drum-based sound, radically different from anything the band had released so far. Although not the first Depeche Mode song to feature guitar parts behind the wheel, and the cover of Route 66 featured guitar, Loving Itself, and then from Construction Time Again, and Here Is the House from Black Celebration featured an acoustic guitar. It was the first time a guitar was used as a dominant instrument in any Depeche Mode song. So yeah, Depeche Mode was the first one to actually write the song. Because then in 2004, Personal Jesus was ranked at 368th in Rolling Stone's list of 500 greatest songs of all time. And in September of 2006, it was voted as one of the 100 greatest songs ever in Q magazine. Personal Jesus was released as a single on 30th of May 2011 for the Depeche Mode remixes 281 through 11. With the leading remix by the production team Stargate, the song has been covered by numerous artists, including Johnny Cash, Marilyn Manson, Def Leppard, Iggy Pop. See here, promotion, statistic, critical reception, impact, and legacy.
And I like Marilyn Manson's version.
Yeah, no, it's not horrendous. It's not a bad one. I'm very, there's, I mean, I liked early Marilyn Manson stuff. You know,
I like his
from his Eat the Children.
Yeah, there's a couple of songs I like of Marilyn Manson, but the three that I like most are the ones that he did, that he remade.
Yeah.
Personal Jesus being one.
Sweet Dreams, probably another one.
Sweet Dreams, yep. And then there was another one from another 80s band that he did a remake of, but I don't remember the name of the song off the top of my head.
Let's see, track listings, yeah. So, but yeah. There's weekly charts. Denmark, it made it up to 8th. So, UK rock and metal was made it to number 2. So, and that was when weekly charts, year-end charts. So
what you do, what eventually, or so what the overall aspect was is, you want me to make a podcast of roller skating?
I still think you ought to. Yeah,
dude, we've only been talking about it, what, 6-8 months now? Hell yeah, dude.
We've been pushing it for a couple of years.
Yeah,
something like that.
Dude, you would do good at that.
Find the old roller skating stars, start talking to all the old roller derby girls.
Go around to different.
Bring up the movie Xanadu.
Good God, Xanadu. I thought you were going to mention like roller babies or something. So, or solar babies. That's not what it is.
You could go to different roller skating rinks and interview them.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of things you could do, and believe me, I bet you, word spreads like wildfire. You'd wind up with quite a few people listening.
Or even, oh, here you go. Yeah, then there's the ever popular and insanely great romantic comedy, Roller Boogie, from 1979.
I by the title, I was thinking it was mid to late 70s.
I'm gonna let's see here. Where's the cast? Who's all in here? Oh, Linda Blair was in it.
Really?
Played Terry Berkeley. Yep. And Jim Bray was Bobby James. Beverly Garland played Lillian Barkley, and Kimberly Beck Lana. Albert Encinia was Gordo. Sean McClory was Jammer Delaney. Let's see here. Stoney Jackson, MG Kelly. And that's not the Machine Gun Kelly that everyone thinks that we're talking about.
Right.
Axelrod, Roger Perry, James Van Patten, and Mark Goddard.
That's that sounds like the top 10 of the B-listers in
I was
Hollywood.
going to say, man, that will take the cheese needle and snap it off.
Right. I mean, I'd never heard of that movie either.
I love one of the best things about IMDb is their trivia sections for all the different movies. Linda Blair actually had 2 stunt doubles. She also did some of the skating and developed bursitis in her hip. Ow, ow. look like you're having fun. I'm trying.
Well, I
Watch
guess
her
she ain't
head
gonna be
spin around.
suffocating anytime soon.
Right.
Movie
if
is
this is-
also listed among the 100 most enjoyable bad movies ever made in Golden Raspberry Award founder John Wilson's book, The Official Razzies Movie Guide.
Okay. You lost me.
Okay.
What was all that?
Okay.
Simplify it.
Okay. Yeah. The movie is listed as among the 100 most enjoyably bad movies ever made.
Okay.
And it's actually listed in the Official Razzie Movie Guide. So the Razzies are the bad movie awards, so kind of like the Oscars, but
Right.
opposite.
But the Razzies. Okay.
Razzies, raspberries.
Yeah, I can't do that no more. I used to could, but I can't do it no more.
And as soon as the principal photography ended, Linda Blair actually had to fly to Florida to appear in court following her arrest for cocaine possession.
Nice.
What? They had cocaine in the 70s?
No.
God.
That was when they had like the good drugs back then.
Oh yeah, they straight up light your ass up for days.
Right. Do some shrooms, man. You was like flying high for a while.
The other thing I've ever heard is that no, today's pot is way stronger than anything they had back then.
Well, I believe that because
yeah. yeah, I remember your story.
Oh yeah.
Let's try an edible. Woo!
No, I'm good. I'm good. Damn near had a fight with a frozen pizza before it got done cooking. I was so pissed off.
Damn pizza was harsh and as mellow. So
right. He was like, motherfucker, you supposed to be cooking. But by God, I was in love with the pizza after it got cooked and I had started eating it. I fell in love with it. So, it all balanced out.
all equals out in the end. So yeah, I mean, it's like the time. I mean, I've never been a big pothead. And I didn't ever have smoke my first joint until after I was 21. And
oh my God.
Yeah.
I can't say that.
I was a square. I'll admit it. I was a square. I'd tried alcohol, but just it didn't do anything for me in high school. It just wasn't my jam. I didn't care for it. I didn't do it. And I guess it's just because I grew up with my mom. She would always have alcohol.
Right.
And a lot of times it was white wine. And I'm used to, when I was a little kid, I was used to just walking. If I got thirsty, I'd walk up to my stepmom's glass of water and just take a big drink of water and off I would go and walk along and grab a hold of mom's wine, take a big old drink and go, what? Get punched in the face with like, what the hell was that? Son of a bitch, that's terrible.
You didn't touch mama's wine.
No, I didn't. After a while, I got around. I learned you smell.
Right.
But it also, it's like my dad. I love the story of my dad. God bless him. He was one of the most amazing men. The world is a sadder place because he's not around anymore. But my dad said when him and mom first got married, he was he was out mowing the lawn. It was summertime or something like that. And he was out mowing the lawn, working in the yard, and he was getting hot and thirsty. So he went inside and he was looking around for something to drink, and there wasn't anything to drink. And he looked up and he saw some cooking, or not some cooking wine, but some of mom's wine. And he's like, oh, okay, I'm going to have something. And he opens it up, takes a big old drink. Oh, God, that was terrible, horrible. He screws it back in, puts it back in the refrigerator, goes back to his own way. And he said he was out there. He went up and did a couple rows more of lawn mowing. And he's like, that wasn't half bad. And he goes back in there, takes another drink, big old swig. Oh, God, no, I don't know what I was thinking. I was screwed up. And goes back, and he said, by the time mom showed up, he was drunk. He'd gone through 2 bottles.
So was it cooking sherry?
I don't think it was cooking sherry. I think it was actually just white, just like white wine in a bottle. But because he said he kept putting it back in the refrigerator. So he's like, oh, God, that's terrible, horrible.
You have to be careful. That shit'll sneak up on you.
It does.
I don't like the taste of it myself, but it'll fuck you up pretty damn quick.
Yeah. Well, I'm not a big, huge wine connoisseur or anything. I mean, I'll enjoy a glass from time to time. But yeah, I mean,
if I drink any, a $3 box does me. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no,
yeah, I was gonna say,
just fine. Yeah. And I've got go ahead, dude.
Yeah, we're gonna go down here to the grocery store and we're gonna get ourselves a box of wine for $4.99.
There you go.
And that's the fun thing that I'll do is from time to time, because over on my wife's stepmom's side, they're big wine drinkers, and they're all kind of really frou-frou, new type of wine. I mean, if you bring try to have them fill up a red Dixie cup with wine, they're like looking at you like, no, you're not doing that. You use a proper glass for the wine, that type of thing. And it's like,
oh my God.
So I have fun. There's been a couple times where they're like, oh, we're going to get together and we're going to have some wine. It's like, all right. So I'll go and I'll grab some white Zinfandel, a box of white Zinfandel, and I'll come walking in and sit down. And they'll look at me and go, what? And it's like, it's okay. It's wine. You didn't say you wanted $80 bottle of wine. You just said, bring some wine. I did. And it's funny that by the end of the night, for some reason, the box is empty.
Go figure. The $4.99 box of wine is still empty.
Still empty.
Yeah, because it went well with fish.
Probably not, because I don't know what going well with fish actually even means. Honestly, I know.
Brian,
it pairs well with fish.
Brian, think about it. Fish, tuna.
Oh no, it's not that, because there's also goes well with meat and beef, and there's some that goes well with pork. So what? You're supposed to only the police are only supposed to have one particular type of wine.
And that's what I was going to say. Did they tell you to bring the correct wine for what they were eating that night?
No, they just said bring some wine. We're all going to drink some wine tonight, so bring some. And that's what it was. It wasn't for any particular meal. It was just, everybody enjoy some, bring some wine. And I was like, I figured, hell, man, I'm going to have fun with this and go ahead and just bring some, like I said, just bring a box of wine and watch everyone go, really? It's like, yeah, really. It's cool. You'll drink it.
Yeah, I brought like 3 bottles to year one. So,
Exactly. And I saved more money. It's kind of like
right.
What is it? In The Great Outdoors, where Dan Aykroyd's character is trying to light his cigarette lighter. It's like, I spent $50 on this thing and I can't even get it to light. And then here comes John Candy, flicks a little bit, and it's like $1.23. It's like, it doesn't matter what you pay for it. Did it do the job? Did it get you soused?
Right. Okay. Exactly. Hey, Brian, we about 8 out.
Yeah, we are just about there. So let's go ahead and let's get her all wrapped up. So, guys, I want to say thank you oh so very much. I better double check here real quick over with Get Albie and see if did we get anybody saying anything to us, anything along them lines. Hit the dashboard, and the answer is no, because the only last person that I made any comment was a relaxed Mel with "What's an anner pickle." So, guys, if you would like to be able to throw a comment out there, please feel free to do so. Send a message. If you've got a podcasting app of choice, or you don't have a podcasting app of choice, let me recommend a podcasting 2.0 app. That way you can send boostergrams, send messages to us. We will actually go through, talk about them, share them out, and have a good time with it. We would love to hear from you, hear your insights, hear your thoughts, all thanks to being able to send over boostergram. It doesn't matter what you want, how much you send, just being able to have that conversation works out great. I sent out the magic row of ducks, which was a 2-2-22, and but there's also the 3-3-33, and then there's also a bag of Richards, which is a bunch of ones. And we got the rush boost. There's a whole bunch of different types of boosts out there. You can send us all sorts of great boosts, and love to have it, love to hear it, love to talk to you about it. And so, guys, if you'd like to be able to do that, all you need to do is go to newpodcastapps.com, and there you will see all the different apps you can see, or you can go to podcasting2.org/apps, and there you will also be able to find all the podcasting 2.0 apps out there that are ready for you to listen to. Just grab and listen to it. You can listen to even the non-podcasting 2.0 compliant podcast. But if we happen to have a podcasting 2.0 show, you would actually be notified, one, when we go live. Two, you can actually interact with us while we're live by sending us boosts and things like that. But you can also have means of being able to share with a group and build a group that way. You can see who's all on the show, who was on this one particular episode, who was on the other. You get transcripts. You also get chapters, and there's so many neat things that are going on with podcasting 2.0 standards. So, guys, if y'all interested in that, I'd love to have you there. But we also not just all about the money. If you happen to also have a particular talent, say you're great as an artist, or you have the ability to, or the time to write out chapter notes, we'd love to have you come in and help us with those too. So, guys, always up for folks helping us, and love to have you come in and assist in any way that you absolutely can. That is what value for value is. If you find anything that we've done of any value, please send it to us. You send us money, or you can send us time, or you can send us talent, time, treasure. That's all. That's what value for value is all about. So,
And
with that,
how do they reach out to us?
well, they can reach out to us by sending a boostergram. They can also send us. They can also reach out to us through email, which is just by sending us an email at rchelson. That's RCHELSON @gmail.com, or CircleCast. That's CircleCast, as in like how Goofy casts his fishing line. CircleCast @gmail.com, and both of those will get to us. And from there, if you have a question for Ron, for the dude, you can send it on over to him. So we would love to be able to hear from you. Love to be able to see what you had to say. Any insights, thoughts about anything we've talked about, would love to hear from you. So that we've got all that. So I'm going to say thanks again for everyone for listening. If you liked what you heard, share this out. Share it out with your friends. Share it out on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and any place else that you are. And let them know, hey, there are these three weird dudes. There's three heads and one brain, and it's the weirdest example of that ever around. You got to listen to it to understand what's going on. So, guys, with that, I want to say thanks again for listening. Dude, what do you have to say?
No, pretty much the same thing that I always end the show with, and that is, if you have a veteran friend that you feel is in need of an ear to listen to, or an ear so they can speak, or a shoulder that they can cry on. You know, there's a lot of vets out there hurting just because their overall situations with being in the military, being in combat, PTSD. There's um, entirely too many, 22 a day, roughly, that commit suicide. So that is 22 too many a day that we are losing of veterans. So if you know a veteran, please reach out to them and ask them to see how they are doing. And number two, something that you will not be able to get out of your head, at least for the next few moments anyway. Manamana, do 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 do. Manamana, do 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 do. Manamana. And I'll hold with that. What you got for the crowd, Rich?
Oh, dude, you're awesome, man. I love you, brother. Oh my gosh. Anyway, no, I just want to thank everyone for listening. And if you've listened this far, yes, I will give you the golf clap.
Wow.
Yeah. Cause it's a long time, but no, like like Brian said, if you found any value, and want to reach out and say, hey, if you think of a topic we should talk about, hey, send it to us. We'll look at it. And probably will have an opinion on it.
Absolutely.
So, and just want to echo what dude said. Everyone knows a veteran. Reach out and just say, hey, how you doing? Sometimes that's all it takes. And so yeah, and send us an email, circlecast@gmail.com or archelson@gmail.com. And any questions for the dude, send us an email and we will make sure the dude gets it. And we will make sure he answers it too. So send them in. But other than that, uh y'all have a happy fourth, because we're doing this before the fourth. No, it's not going out till next Monday anyway. So either way, I mean, happy fourth. Who cares? And have fun, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right, guys. Y'all take care. We'll see y'all next week. Till then, bye.
Later.
Have a great week. No, that was 35.
Shit, God damn, scared the fuck out of me.